What's up guys, it's Maxwell back at you with the next video, and today it's all about Clash Royale. I'm gonna show you the deck I've been playing with currently and also take a look at a few battles. So this is it, it's the Jason deck. If you don't know who Jason is, I'm gonna throw you a link in the description below where you can check out what he's been up to recently, and let's go ahead and take a look at a few battles here. Starting off in the Royal Arena, we are gonna be facing Alex, and right away I don't like my starting hand. I always like to have the Elixir Collector, and I obviously don't have it up here, so I would start off a little defensively normally, but he starts off pretty aggressive with the Valkyrie, backing it up with an Hawk Rider, and I have to respond, throwing down the best cards I have to counter. Still I'm taking a big amount of damage, and the first push goes really well for him. I know I have to make something happen, and I throw down my Hawk Rider behind the Giant, but he shuts me down immediately. The troops he used are now coming at my tower, and I have to respond with archers to avoid taking too much damage. After that, we're both gonna throw down an Elixir Collector and reset the match. Building up the Elixir, I think about what to do and also what he may do, and after he also mirrors my Elixir Collector, I give him the well played, and he responds with the thanks, so he's definitely looking for trouble. He throws down his Valkyrie and Hawk Rider again, and my Giant starts too far in the back, so it's no value for this push to counter. I throw down the minions, he zaps me, and I'm taking a lot of damage again, so I definitely have to make something happen now. I decide to switch it up and throw the Hawk Rider down the right lane. He responds with a Valkyrie and counters the Hawk, still gets some damage done, but the main thing is that he's distracted, focusing on the Hawk. The Giant gets through, I back it up with some archers and get some nice damage down on the left tower, so the trick definitely worked here. Entering double Elixir, we both have Barbarians going down each other's lane. I'm countering with minions, he zaps me, and both Barbarians don't have much effect. Some great value for his arrows, killing my minions and Spear Goblins, but I put the Hawk Rider down right after, trying to make something happen. He counters me with the Elixir Collector, distracts the Hawk, yet still it gets one shot in and takes the tower. Now I'm in the lead, and notice how I'm now placing my Elixir Collector forward to counter his Hawk, distract it, and use this as a building rather than just an elixir source. What's so great about the Elixir Collector, it has several values, you can use it different ways, and that's why I like to have it in my decks, because it's so versatile. Coming is my favorite play when I've already taken one tower. I'm tanking with the Giant in the middle, throwing down the Hawk Rider on the lane, which is now unharmed, going for the tower. I was conscious that he was probably gonna take my left tower, so I decided to go for the kill and kill the right tower rather than just defend, and it's GG. Heading into the next battle, we are facing off against Ciboru Kokok. We definitely have to give him the thumbs up for the creative name there. You may have noticed my starting hand is once again magnificent, so we are gonna play defensive starting off. He opens with his Hawk Rider, and I'm okay with the Barbarians down the same lane, going to counter the Hawk nicely. However, I didn't know he has a rocket, and it kills all my Barbarians. A really nice play from him there, and keep this in mind, it's gonna come in effect in the battle later. I have to respond with various troops, Spear Goblins, archers to kill the Hawk Rider. As he is low on Elixir, I put down the Giant on the right lane to give him something to think about and also learn a bit more about his cards. He puts down the Valkyrie behind his King Tower very far back, which is actually a bad play. He commentates with the oops, because the Giant, after the recent update, does so much damage that I'm getting down really nice damage on that tower. The minion horde backs it up, he doesn't have arrows. I don't know why he didn't zap earlier, and I take the first tower. Responds with the laugh emote, not sure what that is all about, but I decide to focus on gameplay and try and counter his Hawk Rider. Didn't have to throw down the archers here, definitely a mistake on my part. I'm now down 2 elixir, and let's hope this doesn't go too bad. But I have the elixir pump down, reducing my deficit. He decides to wait it out until he's full on elixir and watch my barbarians. I forgot he has a rocket, make the same mistake again, throw the barbarians down, and this is really gonna cost me, since he's gonna rocket my barbarians down and also take my tower, making it 1-1. I should have put the barbarians in front of the tower so he doesn't have a chance to rocket me down. But now I am going on the aggressive, throwing down minions, the giant to tank both towers, some spear goblins behind, and he has the Packer to counter. Coming up is a nice spam fest. My Hawk Rider goes down, he throws down a wizard, and I don't mind it as long as it's on his side of the map. He's definitely struggling and can't respond to all of my troops, and I'm getting some nice damage down with the Hawk Rider and also the spear goblin. I decide to sit on my advantage and I'm putting another elixir collector down. He puts the prince down and my minion hawk kills it right away, along with the Valkyrie. With my minions coming down the lane, he has to respond, decides to zap them, pretty good play, but my barbarians are already rumbling down the lane, and they will be backed up with my favorite play, giant in the middle, tanking everything, Hawk Rider behind down the lane, and they are gonna get some nice damage down. He decides to respond with a defensive rocket, kills the barbarians, but the Hawk Rider survives, getting the tower within arrow range. I throw the arrows right away, giving him the good game, and he responds with a good game since he knows it's over. He has no time to respond. All I have to do is counter the Hawk Rider, and this game is also over, winning it 2 crowns to 1. Heading into the next battle, I am facing off against Miyabi, and once again my starting hand is not perfect, so I decide to split some barbarians in the back, trying to see what he does. He responds with a pretty hard push down the left lane right away, throwing down Dark Prince, Prince and Ice Wizard, so I definitely have to do something about this. Deciding on what I want to do, I choose the minions, because everything else I could put down would get one-shotted by the Dark Prince right away. I am aware that he may have arrows, so I'm already thinking about my next play to stop the prince in his tracks. Archers are a pretty good choice to stop the charge, and with the prince down, all he has left is the Ice Wizard, and I'm really not too worried about that since the Ice Wizard does not too much damage, so I kinda let him do his thing here. Next up, we are both putting down elixir collectors, and I have a slight elixir advantage on him. As soon as I'm full on elixir, I put down the giant in the back, waiting to see what he plays. He puts down the P.E.K.K.A. on the other lane, so I am conscious that I definitely have to respond. However, I think that he's low on elixir, so I put down the barbarians to try and get some damage. He counters nicely though with the Dark Prince, and even though he kills my barbarians, I'm getting a little bit of damage done. The archers were really unnecessary at this point, and I'm starting to work on a plan to counter the P.E.K.K.A. and the Ice Wizard. A pretty good push by him. I throw the Spear Goblins down to distract and the minions on top of the Ice Wizard to kill him as quick as possible. The P.E.K.K.A. gets killed by both towers, and the Prince gets blocked out by the Giant. With the Giant going down the lane, I decide to back it up with the Hawk Rider, and at this point he is really hesitating on what to play, since he probably doesn't like his cards. He responds way too late. It costs him the right tower, and since he's distracted down the right, I decide to go for the left tower after that and make this my game with no doubt. The left tower goes down and he's giving up on the game. So an extra 3 crown victory to cap off this video. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed the Jason deck. I certainly like it as it's very aggressive and suits my playing style. I hope to see all of you back here tomorrow for the next video. I'm Maxwell, signing out.